Yes, 𝙲𝙾𝙼𝙺𝙃, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christos, the living survivor manual, and I'm back with another one. Remember, someone has to see your greatness on that start with yourself. Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success, right? Before we even get into it, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That helps with, just getting my um, videos out in the algorithm, YouTube, for sure, for sure. I'm just trying to build up my audience over here. If you already, are following me on Instagram, Twitter, and things of that nature. Now, Threads, we have a new app, Threads. That's where I'll probably be posting most of my content, for sure, on Instagram and Threads, so that you guys can see what new videos and what new content is coming. We are currently sitting at 125 followers or subscribers on YouTube. So definitely, continue to run those numbers up. I appreciate all of the, love. It has definitely continued to help me stay motivated and put me in a positive space to get this information out to those who are in need of it. Also, don't hesitate to go ahead and follow my lifestyle and entertainment channel. Over there, I post more like fun things, me playing basketball, working out, vlogging, things of that nature. I believe we're sitting currently at like 9 subscribers on that channel, so I appreciate you guys for just tuning into my life and taking these positive, I guess you can say, motivational videos and activities so that you can become the best person or the best version of yourself. This is what this platform is about. So I hope you guys, just continue to enjoy it. You already know, quick disclaimer. With any information that is provided during these videos, I highly encourage that you do your own research, do your own due diligence so that, you put yourself in the best position depending on your own circumstances. I definitely want to encourage people to always, always, always take information, write down the information, but also, again, go do your own research so that this correlates to you in the best way possible, again, depending on your current circumstances. Today, we're back with another episode of the See Your Greatness podcast. This is episode 10, I believe. If you haven't checked out episode 9, how to stay persistent, go ahead and, follow, the link, Linktree /SYG Studio 5. That'll take you to all the platforms. If you're already on YouTube, watching this video, just go ahead and click back, go through the scroll list or my playlist, and you guys will be able to, tap in on there. So today for episode 10, I want to tap in with you guys, just kind of stay on the same wave of what we're already discussing. Right now, we are currently, just talking about how to become the best version of ourselves, right? And in doing so, I feel as though it's very important for you to not only stay persistent, but also, challenge yourself. In that persistence, continue to challenge yourself because that's what's going to help you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever, achievement or goal or objective you have waiting for you at the end of the tunnel, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be different levels. And, times get hard, times get tough. However, I believe that we are very well equipped, especially if you are a believer in Source, believer in God. We are already equipped with all of the tools necessary for us to accomplish said goals and said objectives. We just have to know within ourselves that we can get there and understand that it's going to take work. Faith without works is void. I constantly recite that scripture and it holds weight no matter what era we're in, what time we're in, things of that nature, what space we're in. It holds weight. So today, for episode 10, I want to talk about how to challenge yourself or how to push through challenges, rather, different ways to push through challenges. And I wrote down 10 different ways that you can push through challenges. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Number one, you got to set clear goals, right? You got to define what you want to achieve and break it down into manageable steps. a lot of the times people make these huge goals, and when you ask them, you know, the action steps that they're taking to get to these goals, they're stuck. They didn't make a constructive plan on how to actually get there. For instance, if you have a goal of being able to run a mile, sometimes people can work up the mindset to just go and run the mile, right? Go do 4 laps around the track. But if you are struggling to do that, start off slight, you know, maybe instead of running 4 laps around the track, you train yourself to get 2, right? And then the next week you train yourself to do 3 laps. And then the next week you train yourself to actually run the full mile. That's how you progress towards that goal that you are trying to reach, right? And you're setting it too. You're setting clear goals. Write those goals down. If you say this week, I'm going to just run a lap every day, right? So I can work up stamina, so I can work up endurance and things of that nature, do that. Then the next week, again, 2 laps. And the next week, 3 laps. Next week, you run that mile, right? Set clear goals. Make sure that they're manageable. Number 2, maintain a positive mindset. Believe in yourself and your abilities, right? Focus on the solutions rather than dwelling on the problems. A lot of the times when we are facing challenges, we get so caught up in the distractions, we get caught up in, you know, what's happening around us, that we lose focus on what's more important to us. And what's most important to us is, you know, having a clear cut, not only plan, but staying focused through it all. If you are not focused, if you are not staying in a positive energy, it's going to be so hard for you to accomplish your goals. Trust me, I've been there. It's been situations to where, you know, for instance, working out, you know, before I got on the journey from losing almost 50 pounds, like, it was tough, man. Like, my mindset was like, can I really do this? You know, do I want to continue to do this? Things of that nature. However, you know, you push through and you persevere, right? And you constantly put a mental picture in your mind of, this is what I want to look like. You know, when you go through life and you have a clear, again, goal of what you want to achieve and what you want to look like, nothing's going to keep you from that. You know, desire, you have to have a strong desire, right? To keep you going. You know, if the desire isn't strong enough, your willpower isn't going to be strong. And that's going to keep you from being able to, again, have that positive mindset of believing and knowing that you can accomplish any of your goals. And that leaves room for you to, again, dwell in problems. Number 3, you got to seek support, man. Reach out to friends, family, or mentors who can offer guidance, encouragement, or a fresh perspective. I'm reading a book right now, Think and Grow Rich, right? And in the book, it was talking about, you know, a mastermind group, right? How the power of having a group of individuals who are working towards a common goal with strong desire is best when, or is better than, you know, just doing it alone. A lot of the times we feel like we have to do these things alone, and we don't. There may be a particular thing that you want to do for yourself and by yourself. However, it doesn't have to always be that way. It's always good to have a strong support group around you, right? That's pushing you, motivating you, holding you accountable for things and things of that nature. It's like having a battery. Like, 2 batteries is always going to be better than 1. It's always going to exert more power. It's always going to exert more force. It gives more push to whatever machine it is trying to operate rather than 1, right? So always use that analogy. Do I want to have 2 minds or 2 batteries, or do I just want to have 1 mind and 1 battery? And what is going to help me elevate, you know, stronger, quicker, and be in a more accountable space, right? Number 4, embrace failure as a learning opportunity. View setbacks as stepping stones to success and learn from them to improve your approach. Listen, I've failed over and over and over and over again. But guess what? I don't quit, because I know that if I quit, I'll never accomplish said thing that I want to accomplish. You know, I'm a strong believer of pushing through all of the hard things in the beginning so that it becomes easier over time. There was a time that I didn't know how to record these videos in the fashion that I'm doing it now, right? And I failed. I have multiple failed attempts. I've had attempts to where I'll be recording a video, be an hour in, and my computer crashes. You know, I would consider that a failure in my eyes. However, what matters is how you persevere through that. Do you quit and not keep going, or do you restart and pick it back up? You feel what I'm saying? So just embrace the process. You know, it's a part of the process. It's a part of the experience. It's going to be a testimony for you, and I believe that you'll become a stronger individual out of it. Number 5, break it down. Divide the challenges into smaller, more achievable tasks to make progress and maintain motivation. And that just goes back to, you know, what I said before, as far as, you know, making manageable steps in the first step of setting your goals. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to get out there and run the mile that day. Take your time, find your pace, find what mechanics work for you, and continue to push through that. All right. Now, next we have number 6. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and mental well-being. Get enough rest. Exercise regularly, and engage in activities that rejuvenate you. Like, self-care is, like, if I had to say, is the most important of all these things, because if you're not taking care of yourself, it's going to be very hard for you to even know that you are able to achieve said things, right? Taking care of yourself involves your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. Are you praying? You know, are you reading your books that give you enlightenment about God? Are you working out? You know, especially my men. I've learned that a lot of men have a hard time with discovering their purpose because, you know, they are lacking, you know, physical strength, and that in turn creates a lot of deficiency in the mind and in the spirit. All of these things work hand in hand together. So in order for you to be able to be at your optimal, you know, optimal, you know, I guess point, you have to ensure that you're practicing self-care. Get outside and sun gaze, meditate, ground, you know, put your bare feet to the ground so that the earth and the energy that the sun gives the earth is rejuvenating through you, putting in positive, letting go negative. Again, getting in support groups that are helping you hold yourself accountable. What else? Doing just, again, like as it stated, more active things so that you are constantly moving. I'm a firm believer in the notion that, you know, stagnant energy is the closest thing to death. The more and more you are staying still, the more and more you are killing yourself. You know, especially if you're eating bad, you know, you're not nurturing yourself physically with good fruits and veggies and things of that nature that give you energy, that give you power. If you're watching negativity or listening to negativity on the radio or TV, things of that nature, all of that, you know, deteriorates your mind, body, and spirit, which creates a pattern of lack of self-care. So I highly encourage and promote that you practice self-care. I don't care what it is. Go and see a therapist. Again, working out, grounding, getting around like-minded individuals, doing things on your own, going to a movie, taking yourself out to eat, things of that nature. Practice self-care, man. It's highly important. Number 7, stay adaptable, right? Be flexible and open to adjusting your strategies or trying new approaches, right? If the current ones are not yielding desired results. It's one thing I would always say, the best gift that God has ever given us is the gift of adaptability. We literally have the ability and power to be able to adapt to anything that we are faced with. Anything. Steve Harvey once said, listen, you have 100% track record because you have been able to adapt and overcome all of the challenges that have ever tried to bring you down. If you know who you are, right? It doesn't matter what comes at you. Adapt to it. Whether it's cold air or hot air, our body adapts to it. Whether it's a strenuous workout, our body and our mind adapts to it. But you have to keep pushing. You have to stay persistent. You have to continue to put yourself in those challenging positions so that it, over time, again, gets easier and easier and easier, right? Number 8, celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and celebrate each milestone along the way to boost your motivation and confidence. One thing I learned, bro, just how the mind works, it loves when it is able to achieve small things. That's why I say make manageable steps. If you can't run 4 miles and you run 1 lap, bask in the fact that you ran 1 lap. A lot of people can't run 1 full lap. Whether it's their body is giving out on them, whether mentally they just aren't there to be able to understand that they can push through it. Accept the fact that you did something. You were active. You were moving. You were bettering yourself, right? It doesn't have. You don't have to be, the next big thing smoking, man. Be who you are. Know who you are. Be aware of what you can do and what you cannot do at that moment. Continuously progress, continuously get better, continuously to celebrate those small steps, because again, if it's a puzzle, those small pieces add up to a big picture, right? So you got this, man. Number 9, focus on the present. Avoid overwhelming yourself with thoughts of thoughts of what could go wrong. Stay in the present moment, right? And tackle the challenges one step of a time. Always stay present. My wife tells me that all the time. I always think for the future, but sometimes you can get so lost in thinking for the future that you forget what's happening right now, right? What are you doing right now? What is helping you to get towards that future right now? Stay in the present. Focus on what's, working, right? And allow that to constantly motivate you to continue to take the next step and continue to take the next step, right? And last but not least, number 10, learn from others, right? Research how others have overcome similar challenges, right? Read success stories, right? Or seek guidance from experts in the field. One thing I would highly encourage people to do is get a mentor. Mentors are highly important because they have the ability to give you insight on things that they've already accomplished, especially if you are just diving into the said activity, right? For instance, my mentors always told me read books. It was a reason why they used to have that saying that if you want to keep something from someone of color, put it in a book. We were always afraid of books. We were always afraid of, just opening up something, and that was implanted in us, because if we got caught reading during those times, they would harm us. They would kill us even almost, because they knew that there was power in the mind. There was power when someone had the ability to start thinking for themselves, right? So they wanted to keep us dumbed down. Read a book, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn from others. Like, a book doesn't always have to necessarily be paperback. A book can be us. We are books. We are walking books. We have so many stories and testimonies up here that we can just, if we get to a space to where we are allowing ourselves to express all the things that we've been through and have gotten through, that's a testimony in itself, and will help, the next generation that's coming up be able to learn and not make as many as mistakes as we did coming up, right? And that was it, man. And always remember, every challenge presents an opportunity for growth and learning, right? With determination, perseverance, and the right mindset, you can push through and overcome any obstacle, man. Like, that's big. That's big. I highly encourage you guys to just continue to challenge yourself, man. That's how you grow, and that's how you get better, right? I'm working out a lot more, and I had to move from 5-pound weight to 10 pound, from 10 pounds to 15, from 15 to 20, from 20 to 25, and I'm going to continue to go up until, I feel as though my body is in optimal shape, or in the shape that I want it to be in, right? I'm going to continue to challenge myself to read more books monthly. I'm about to finish Think and Grow Rich, and the next one that I'm going to The next book that I'm going to read probably is You by E.T. or Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher is what they call him. I have tons of books that I'm going to read, right? Learning about, science and astrology, just constantly challenging myself, not only physically, but spiritually and mentally. And when you have, pretty much made each of those things stronger, it works in your betterment, right? It works for the betterment of you, right? It works in helping you, again, see your greatness, right? So I hope y'all enjoyed, those quick 10 tips. If anybody needs me to send them those, don't hesitate to reach out to me, shoot me a DM, or email, things of that nature. And let's get active, man. This platform has been created to help individuals see clearly, help them focus, help them understand the power that is within them, as long as they know and understand that it's lying dormant and we have to activate it, right? So that's why I highly encourage, if anybody else wants to come up on this platform, because this is the platform for the people as well, and you want to teach whatever craft that you have, because I'm big on education. I'm big on helping people find knowledge, especially if it's something that they're seeking, right? If you want to come up and utilize this platform, don't hesitate to reach out to me as well. But other than that, man, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm pushing out great content, I feel like, on both channels. You feel me? And this is something that I'm challenging myself to do too, as well, is to continue promoting just good, positive, motivating vibes, man. That's what my life, once I started implementing that into myself, I started seeing that I've been able to help others do as well. For instance, like this morning, 7 o'clock a.m., I got kids running a mile with me, and I'm teaching them how to be young men so that they can grow up and actually know what they want to do. Because a lot of the times I ask these kids questions, what do you want to do? And their question is, or their answer is, I don't know. Nobody is sparking anything inside of them to help them realize that, yo, you do know. You just haven't tapped into that side of you yet. So again, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, which is the true keys to success. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, share this out to all of those who are in need of it. I'll continue to, build this platform. The more and more that, I get engagement, even through like donations, you can click the link, you can donate to the brand. This helps build the brand, the movement, but it also helps me develop ways to give back. I want to do a lot of giveaways, whether it's monetarily, through money, whether it's, creating a scholarship, helping out families, helping out the homeless, or those who are in need, right? This is what I want to do. This is what my platform is about. So I really, really love y'all. I really thank y'all. Continue to, again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Continue to motivate me in that way. And until next time, man, this is episode 10. How to push through challenges. Episode 10, how to push through challenges, man. I thank y'all. Love y'all. Until next time, we out. Peace.